Harrison Knight. Been just 13, turned 13 in November.
Hi, my name is Clayton Knight. I'm 9, and besides biking, I also like to play basketball and soccer.
Each of you have accomplished something in the state of Florida, specifically with cyclocross racing. Harrison, what is it that the two of y'all have recently accomplished?
We both won the state championship for our age groups.
So Clayton, what age group do you race in?
I race in 9 to 11, and in nationals, I raced in 9 to 10.
Harrison, and what age group do you race in?
12 to 14.
Clayton, why do you like riding a cyclocross bike?
I like riding a cyclocross bike because it gives me a challenge when I'm riding it, because I'm not used to the different bars and stuff. So it gives me a challenge, and I think it's more fun.
Clayton, how long have you been cyclocross racing?
I've been racing cyclocross for, I think this was my 2nd year.
Harrison, how long have you been racing cyclocross?
The same.
What did y'all just recently do?
A couple weeks ago, we went to Texas and raced for the national championship.
Harrison, I understand there were over 50 racers in your age category. What were your feelings at the start of the race, knowing that you're up against 50 other racers?
That was probably the biggest race I've ever done, but it was pretty big also at the mountain bike national championship, so I was kind of used to it. But the worst part was that I was starting on the 5th row, I think, because the points. So I had a lot of people to pass, so I was pretty far back out of the 50.
Harrison, do you happen to know what other states you were racing against as far as the people that were competing?
There was kids from New York, also Boulder, Massachusetts, Texas, and not very many from the southeast though, mostly northeast or out west.
And Clayton, I understand you actually finished very well. In fact, you earned a spot on the podium after your race, is that correct?
Yes.
What place did you finish?
I finished in 4th.
How do you feel about accomplishing something like that?
I feel happy for accomplishing.
And Harrison, I know that you had some knee problems during your race.
Yes, it was mostly leading up to it. I wasn't able to ride for about like a week, maybe a week and a half before the race until the day we pre-rode on Friday. And so it was feeling alright from not riding, but I think on Friday it felt okay when we were riding, but afterwards throughout the day it kind of progressively felt worse and worse. And warming up Saturday before my race, it hurt really, really bad. But luckily, it kind of went away for the race. It was still kind of stiff, but it didn't bother me too much when I was racing.
Why is it that you decided to do the race when it was bothering you?
Well, I think it's just we had gone there for us to race, and I had been training and practicing my skills and stuff for months coming up to there, and that's what I was working for, so I figured we were already there, I might as well just race and gut it out.
Tell me what y'all do as far as how you train and how you get ready for a race.
Well, I like to train right here in my backyard and do mini races with my dad. And then Harrison likes to do workouts on like the trainer and road riding.
How similar is your training that you do in your backyard compared to an actual cyclocross race?
Well, it's pretty similar because we were able to put mud in there and a lot of big hills and fast descents and a lot of grass straights and big run up that we put in.
Are there any other kind of racing or bikes that you ride other than cyclocross?
We race in the spring and summer, race a lot of mountain bikes, and he doesn't yet, but I also train on the road. Don't race as much, but I've raced before, the state championship. But other than that, mostly just mountain bike and cross.
Cyclocross Nationals was in Austin, Texas. What's it like hanging out at a race, a cyclocross race, especially at the national level?
Well, the national levels, they're really fun. There's a lot of people. Also, a lot of people that take the racing less seriously and really just there to watch the pros and stuff, which makes it really cool. And also, there's like different vendors and from companies, like just like smaller companies that you can even buy stuff and look around at their products, and that's cool also. And it's just everyone cheers for everyone, and so it's cool. Get a lot of support from the fans, even if they don't know you. Especially us, since we're kids. They always like to watch the kids race, so it's fun.
Harrison, do you have anything special that you do to prior to the start of a race?
Well, I guess kind of prior to start. Like 3 hours before, I always eat rice and eggs because it just seems that's what works for me, I guess. And then, I just do a warm up, say a quick prayer.
Clayton, do you do anything special before the start of a race?
Like, same as Harrison said, I always say a prayer on the line and just thank God that I made it to here.
Well, I'd like to thank Top Gear Bicycles, Moo Apparel. The thermal skin suit helped a lot in Austin that Moo gave us, and also our parents for driving us around to Texas and Louisville and all those places.